So this is a group from Colorado. There are 27 veterans, 27 guardians. This is an all-female flight, which for us is really exciting. We don't get many all-female flights. And it also is carrying one World War II veteran. And when we started out with On Flight many years ago, the planes were completely comprised of World War II veterans. And now, you know, those numbers are very small and dwindling. So we're really excited when we get a World War II veteran as well.
And I just did 2 years in the Waves when the Waves was brand new.
Yes! No, we're going to thank you, ladies! You're our heroes! Woohoo! Girl power! We're not shy. Why not? We're a happy group.
How is your flight?
Great.
We're also the Society of Air Force Nurses.
Right.
In Colorado Springs. In Colorado Springs.
She and I were married at the same chapel. Right. I'm a Falls, Oregon.
And her last name is Chapel.
Yeah, that's true.
What is it like to be on an all-woman flight?
Awesome. Wonderful.
Oh, it's so wonderful to tell these men that we know what we're doing. Yes,
The
we
energy and the emotions and the camaraderie is wonderful. It's true.
And our biographies are amazing. I just wish that the public would see.
And she's so humble. Have fun, ladies. Have fun.
Thank you.
Future. Bench. You guys are wonderful. You guys are our future. So proud of you for being here. Thank you for your pictures. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you.
How did the greeting feel?
It was awesome. It makes you so proud. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh, it was great. I never expected it. I really didn't. So it just brought tears to your eyes.
It's an experience I've never had before. I mean, people just look after you, take care of you, appreciate you. I love it. Yeah.
What was it like seeing the World War II memorial?
Very interesting. I'm sorry that I never saw that before.
But how is it being here today?
Wonderful. This is wonderful. Great weather. Great people.
This is great. It's a wonderful time.
Yeah. How did the welcome yesterday feel for us?
That was amazing.
I've never seen anything like this.
And I was in Vietnam for a year as a flight nurse, going around picking up the wounded. And I had stations all over the United States and in Germany, in Turkey. So I've had a wonderful experience.
How is it on this trip, bonding with your fellow veterans?
Oh, that's always good to get together with fellow veterans. We always have a great time. And we always reminisce, and we always know somebody else that they knew, and you make new friends that way too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for what you do, and thank you guys. I mean that. I try to say that to every group. You know, the guys and gals that you guys get out here that otherwise couldn't get here, that is so important. And it's a really great way for, especially those that can't approach this memorial, they can do it together. And you know, they find that strength to finally get here. And we see it all the time. It's amazing work you guys do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. We're excited about it.
As you as well. Thank you very much.
I
joined the Army 2 days after I turned 18 in 1973. I have a passion for languages, and I discovered when I was 16 that the Army would teach me how to speak Russian. So I joined the Army. I became a Russian linguist. I was an intelligence analyst working on the top of a mountain going down into communist Czechoslovakia and getting to send reports to NSA on Soviet troop movements. It was pretty darn exciting.
Well, how is it being a part of this trip?
I've had tears brought to my eyes so many times, from the time we showed up at the Colorado Springs airport to the people that welcomed us here in Dulles, and to be able to interact and meet with all these other women veterans. It's such an honor and so exciting. I'm just loving it.
I was in Vietnam, in Saigon in 1968 to 1969 at the 21st Casualty Staging Unit, processing casualties in and out in 24 hours. And we drew from 3 Corps and 4 Corps, which is around Saigon. And welcome home was not very exciting at all. It didn't seem like anybody cared, and this has hopefully making up for it. We're having a wonderful time.
I was in Vietnam, but as a civilian working for USAID with the Vietnamese nurses in Quang Ngai in 68 to 69. And then I joined the Air Force in 1973 and was until 93. Seeing these memorials. I haven't seen the Korean one before. I lived in Washington, D.C., or actually in Bethesda. Worked at NIH for before I joined the Air Force also. So it's been.
I didn't say Air Force.
Okay, yeah, we're all.
Yeah, we're all Air Force.
No,
she's Army. Sorry. We want her to be Air Force, but that's okay.
She's hanging around.
Well, the hat helps. So.
The hat helps.
And we're all nurse practitioners.
Yeah, that's right.
We're all nurse
We are
practitioners.
all trained by our services to be nurse practitioners.
Primary care,
Pediatrics. Yep.
Could I ask you about your experience?
Go ahead.
Oh, yes. I came into the Army during the Vietnam era, and they declared the peace before I graduated from my university program. So I was in the Army then for 3 years, and I said, I really like this life. I'm going to stay a while longer. So I stayed active duty 10 years, to include a stint in Berlin for 4 years before the wall came down.
Oh, wow.
Lots of experience.
So I've had some experience with that. It was interesting. It was the only time I ever had a machine gun with live ammo trained on me.
Thank you for your service. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I went to the Air Force Academy, the 4th class that had women in it. Graduated, and because I was a computer science major, I went into the computer career field and spent 16 of my 20 years primarily working on space programs.
I'm Lois Short. I was a tech sergeant in the United States Air Force. I got to serve all over Asia. I came in right at the end of Vietnam, and I was in the first Gulf War, and it was an amazing experience for me.
What is it like being honored with this trip?
There's no words. It just grabs you by your heart, and you don't even know about it. Right? And everywhere you go, you're almost in tears. And out of being grateful for the people that are being grateful to you.
Did he pass away?
Well, I was a late bloomer. I joined the Air Force when I was 30. I had to get an age waiver to come in since I was a civilian. I wasn't prior enlisted. And my only option was to go into missiles. Turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. I was in Titan IIs, Minuteman II, eventually Minuteman III, and absolutely a gift to have been able to have almost a 30-year career in the Air Force when I wasn't even sure that I was going to get in the first place. So, yeah, absolutely a gift.
Oh, wow.
And
that's amazing stuff.
This is amazing being back here because I was working in the executive office of the president during 9/11. So being back here is very humbling. I obviously saw
the evacuation of D.C. and what happened here and the chaos that ensued, and it's still all right here. And seeing the Pentagon as I was trying to walk home to Virginia because the metro was closed, everything was closed, those are the memories that stick with you.
I wanted both of us to do it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Anita.
Both of us.
Oh, we feel like pioneers. That's exactly what, because we struggled with all we had to work with, but they learned from it and were able to improve it, like the MASH units. They became inflatable hospitals that were transported and had dental clinics and x-ray and so on, which we never had. And so I think that that's how they learned about what we did for the future.